All right, folks, you know what time it is. Bringing back out the red folder. We have a $50,000 XRP buyback confidential committee update. For the real ones out there, I appreciate you guys, and a huge shout out to Jimmy for giving us the update yesterday. Just wanted to go over some of the things that he brought up. Obviously, the buyback has brought a lot of attention and controversy to the XRP community to start off 2023 during a time of bear market recession, uncertainty, fear, and doubt prevalent in the market. We don't want to add to that confusion. And so that's why you guys need to get tapped in here where we're having the adult conversation and explaining why this is important. It's so much more than the Fed buying back our XRP and buying us a little boat. Okay, let's get right into it. And huge shout out to Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. So he says, I'm sure it has not been lost on you that the topic of the XRP buyback captivated the XRP community during the first couple weeks of 2023. There are several influencers on the confidential committee that made public their participation. It's a free country, right? These disclosures, together with the executive summary of the proposed terms, which I do have that there in the red folder, keeping that classified documents in the red folder, set off a firestorm in the XRP land crypto Twitter, which included allegations of fraud and market manipulation. And, those were very quickly cleared up. Some people thought that, that just some crazy things were going on. And there was no such market manipulation of the sorts by Val Hill, Jimmy, anybody in the confidential committee, guys. Most of us plan on holding our XRP forever. Like, we're not even planning really on the buyback. We're planning on holding our XRP forever and building real utility with it, keeping it as a reserve currency on our balance sheet. Most of us don't even plan on getting rid of our XRP. So just to clear that up. So all sorts of crazy criticisms to come out this year, and then a lot of confusion, which we're trying to cut through that and provide you guys clarity. What Jimmy did is he released a press kit, a Val Hill Media press kit, which basically gave us his background. And I actually wanted to talk more about Jimmy's background with him, but our session was already jam-packed. The interview that we did, if you haven't already, go back and check the first interview that we did with Jimmy. Definitely was a great session. But since then, he's released the media kit and made that public for everyone to kind of see. He's a guy that's done billions of dollars in transactions, considered to be one of the top lawyers in the country, actually. So he definitely has been doing deals, and definitely someone that we want working on our team. Now, he responded to some frequently asked questions from the XRP community here, and I want to go over just a few of them. So the first question is, why are you pushing this buyback so much? The answer: the buyback is probably the greatest Trojan horse for educating people about fair market value, corporate governance, commercial law, etc., that's ever been created. I am not even pushing it, as you would say. The buyback has become a living idea, firmly imprinted on the minds of thousands of people. It has its own gravitational pull. Would it surprise you to learn that we did not even come up with the term buyback? So that wasn't even came up. Jimmy didn't even come up with the term buyback. That term was created in the market as a shorthand for what we were proposing. Now, second question. Why does and I couldn't agree more. And this is why I'm so excited, why I keep on bringing this up. Not for clickbait, not for views, not for pumping XRP. It's because this is going to bring about the most mature conversation about the fair market value and the real utility that's coming to the XRP ledger. Question 2. Why does your website not even really exist for 3 years? So people just coming at Jimmy for everything, right? His website. And to his point, he says that what he's created, with Val Hill and his company Delta Wave, it's a new startup. They're not looking to shell out a bunch of money on a fancy website. But as he says, many firms have or had really great websites, including FTX, Gemini, Voyager, Enron, CNBC, Fidelity, BlackRock, etc. These websites are aimed at you. Yeah, we shouldn't be making investment decisions based off of who has the most attractive website. I would agree. Question 3, why do you need so many influencers within your community? Answer: we don't need influencers. However, from our experience, these people have done more research and have deeply internalized the changes occurring in our financial system because they've been making up to 2 or 3 videos every day for years. To think of this in Malcolm Gladwell terms, they have their 10,000 hours. In many cases, they are smarter than us and know things we have not yet learned about the ultimate intended uses for the XRP ledger. Question 4, why do you think the Federal Reserve would buy it? Answer: just for clarity, the Fed version what we were doing in 2021, The updated 2022-2023 version would be proposed to the United States Treasury, the World Bank, the IMF, and also the Federal Reserve. However, let me explain the question why any of these quasi-governmental parties would buy it in a manner contemplated by the buyback. Our thesis is as follows. A, XRP Ledger is going to be a dominant layer 1 protocol for the Internet of Value, and that at some point in the future, all of these institutions will be openly using the tech for payments. B, these institutions have been planning this for some number of years, and this knowledge has led many at the highest levels of such institutions to try and use their resources to steal it from the people. These resources include the SEC hedge funds, institutional funds, Ethereum Free Pass. Point C, global debt levels. Many unknown to the average person think the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, disclosing out of the blue that 80 trillion is missing in the derivatives are stratospheric, resulting in global equity being negative. Thus, it is critical that asset values be written up in order for the accounts to be brought back into balance. This is essentially what inflation is, a systemic increase in asset value. Problem is, we're out of time. The inflation rate cannot be increased significantly enough to re-equitize the world financial system without blowing up. Because of the foregoing, you're seeing narratives such as the Great Reset being marketed to the world by elite bankers. These institutions already hold most of the XRP that has been released from escrow. They have also been accumulating historic amounts of gold. There is a need to establish the fair market value for XRP because they want to use it. Problem: because of their corruption and weaponizing governmental agencies against the people, think SEC, think IRS, they cannot establish a high fair market value without coming clean. Let all truth be revealed. They know this. They're looking for a way out of a maze of their own creation. Suddenly, here is this business deal in my red folder, right? The proposed terms of the transaction. Suddenly, here is this business deal being proposed where they can, 1, establish fair market value, 2, refrain from disclosing their corruption, 3, obtain releases from the injured parties such that they can take unencumbered title to the assets without being concerned about actions being brought against them in the future. The buyback is a total win-win for them. Jimmy adds, unfortunately, there is so much hate and shade being thrown on the proposal because people simply cannot allow themselves to think good things could happen for them, that the efforts to steal XRP over time continue. We think they will continue to suppress the market, which they can do legally, by the way, until everyone coughs up, burps up their XRP, or until the entire fiat financial system implodes on itself from all of the corruption. This is the last question that I'm going to share with you guys. What happens to the owners of XRP around the world? Answer: what happens if the buyback occurs? Not really sure. We think that the participating token holders would become some of the wealthiest people in the world. There would be issues and challenges associated with sudden wealth syndrome. There will need to be wealth plans and trust created. Banks, custodians will have a new market to solicit. There's a lot to this question that really goes beyond the buyback process. And to that point, I've always said that all we're doing in our court of laws and the jurisdictions that we're fighting this legal political battle is making our claim, and this will be a precedent for others across the world to put up that same fight, to make that same claim against actually the same private central bankers that are have stolen your country as well. So I think that this works as a precedent for XRP token holders around the world, and obviously, if we bring about a discovery of the true fair market value of XRP, obviously that's going to benefit XRP holders worldwide. Okay, now once again, Jimmy says here, final thoughts. It's not really necessary for us to defend the buyback or us, speaking, Jimmy, Valhill Capital. I appreciate that you think well enough of us to do so, but it's not necessary. We live in a free market, at least we're supposed to, and the best ideas will win over time. Criticism is necessary and good. I would encourage it as well. I love to see it. Let's have the adult conversation, as I always say. Let all truth be revealed. Let fair market value for this precious little asset be discovered. It helps refine the ideas and scrape away what's not needed. It also reveals people's motives. Website quality is definitely a strawman fallacy. If you and your friends are making business decisions on slickness of websites, you should probably reevaluate whether that's the best way to determine the value of something. I couldn't agree further, right? But let's step up our game a little bit. We received some input. Okay, so this is the updates on the technology subcommittee. So this is the part of the committee that's working on implementing whether that's going to be an NFT. And now the update, now the recent input is that a trust line mechanism might be a better way to implement the proposed transaction. So I'm hoping to do another session with Jimmy actually here soon where we can go through the actual process, the implementation of the proposed terms. Now, in regards to the valuation subcommittee, uh, he gives a huge shout out to everyone that's been working within the valuation subcommittee. And there have been several different points of view represented by the valuation subcommittee that vary from a more traditional business valuation methodology to methodologies that may be described as being more spiritually inspired. I like both of it. I like both of it. May God be with us. All are valuable and worth consideration. To date, there are 6 separate models that are being actively considered. They are as follows. Now, I'm not going to go through, but like you said, there's 6 different methods that they're coming up with the valuation right now, and I'm just going to share the first one here is the Athey-Michnik model, the AM model, and that would be Susan Athey and Robert Michnik, and this was a valuation that they actually put out years ago, and so anybody can go look up this valuation publicly. And Susan Athey is the economics of technology professor at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, and she also serves on the board of directors at Ripple. I don't know if she still does. I don't think that she still does. This valuation was put out a while ago. I don't see a date on this one. But then Robbie Michnik is an MBA candidate at the Stanford Graduate School of Business. He spent time with Ripple in the summer of 2017. He stands in the top 1% of the Stanford Graduate School of Business class of 2018. And so, the estimated price value that they were able to come up with was a low estimate of $6. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's $6 on the low end, and a high estimate was $32.91. And so this was a fundamental valuation framework for crypto assets, XRP, and Bitcoin. The holistic valuation approach for the XRP price value. Okay. And this long-term value describes a um, This long-term value describes a steady rate at which the use case applications of the crypto asset have matured and transaction demand and storage demand for it have stabilized. The approach integrates 2 primary functions of money: one, a medium of exchange, and 2, a store of value. And like I said, guys, people are doing these calculations trying to come up with evaluations. I think that, a lot of people are going to sell off their XRP, but I know I'm planning on holding about 90% of my XRP forever. My XRP, it might be available to use for liquidity in some of these automatic market maker liquidity pools and all that DeFi that's coming. But my XRP ain't in circulation. We've long talked about that, right? And then obviously XRP being one of the best medium of exchanges as a neutral bridge currency. Very, very fundamental understanding here of this asset and why it's positioned in such a unique way. The conclusion was this result, though calculated using imperfectly precise estimates, exactly, it's all speculation, and we're all trying to work with the best information that we have, suggests that both Bitcoin and XRP may have significant upside from current price levels despite the spectacular price appreciation in both currencies since early 2017. So, yeah, I believe that this was originally put out back in 2017, 2018. But this is just one of the models that is being considered. There's this one here, base 10 operations, which was another way of valuing XRP. 6 different valuation methods. And like I said, why is this important? This is bringing about the most mature conversation that is going to have been had yet in the XRP community for the fair market value of XRP, and for realizing, and what I hope comes of this is that we just inspire more people to use the XRP ledger. Obviously Ripple is working with banks and financial institutions, but I think that there is so many use cases for people like you and myself that just run small businesses, are looking to apply this in kind of the real world or the old world businesses, and so those of us that can help facilitate that transfer, helping hold the hand of old world businesses that are looking to use distributed ledger technology, but then also like the point being made here of that reserve currency use case. The less XRP that's available for utility, available for liquidity, means that we need a higher price. So when we run into these valuation models trying to speculate on where this goes over the next 10 years, For me, it goes to somewhere that's attractive. It goes to somewhere that's higher than a 40-cent price that we're trading at today. And so I'm here for the conversation. I think that it is bringing about the most mature conversation on the fair market value of XRP. And I believe and I hope that we can inspire more people and businesses to use the XRP ledger and even some of these other distributed ledger technologies that do work and get the job done. But folks, the utility that is coming for XRP and a couple of these other cryptocurrencies is massive, and I'm here for the conversation. I do believe that XRP has going to solve the biggest problems based off of a value, a price value. I think that XRP solves the biggest problems, and I'm excited to see the work that's being done here in the committee to inspire this mature conversation about the fair market value of XRP, and let's bring more people, real business, real players to the table, so we can get some exciting deals done and roll out this new financial system. With that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you for the support. If you guys can do me a favor, smash that thumbs up on the way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. Thank you.